Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Corruption probe. Serap sends message to Lawan Gbajebiamila. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. We know Lawan is the Senate President of Nigeria. Yes, Gbajebiamila, Speaker of the House. Trouble looms as message has been sent to the jail. Lawan is the Senate President, like I earlier said. Gbajebiamila, and two of them are close friends. Yes, close friends, because they are minding some of the agencies of security that should check the activities of the president and law regarding the nation so things are done decently and in order. Right now, what we are seeing is these ones have been sent a message with regards to corruption. Nigeria, we need to wake up. It's the 21st century, thank God. We now have the opportunity to make the world know what exactly is going on in Nigeria. You can do that by making sure you leave a comment. I tell you today, the internet is a global village. Everyone all over the globe that can have access to internet. You don't need to be in Kafansha to see what is happening. You don't need to get to China to see what is happening. Once the news gets online, you can access it. That's how global the world has become. It's just a global village. Anyway, my people, Gbajebiamila Lawan has been probed. Let's get into the news and get all the details. Breaking news: corruption probe. Serap sends message to Lawan and Gbajebiamila. The Senate President, Dr. Ahmed Lawan, and Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Femi Gbajebiamila, have been sent a request by the Nigerian group to urgently publish all reports of corruption probe by the National Assembly since 1999. Can you see that in this country there is no accountability? There is nobody who does audit and the things are done properly. Can you believe it? I'm just not very happy with what is going on in the country. So pardon me. Let's continue with the news. Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project, Serap, made a request under the Freedom of Information 4 Act. The organization, also the two principal officers of the National Assembly, to disclose the number and details of public hearing and corruption probe by the National Assembly that have resulted in any indictment of suspects and to name such suspects. The reports should be sent to the appropriate anti-corruption agencies to consider if there is sufficient dismissible evidence to pursue prosecution. The group said in July 25th letter by its deputy director Kola Oluwadare, publishing the reports of hearing and probes would boost public trust and confidence in the overseas function and dispel presumption that many of these hearing and probes have politically motivated and serve personal interests rather than the general public interests. The most effective way to determine corruption is to make the cost of engaging in such types of acts higher than the revenue. This end can only be accomplished by making public the report and publishing Public Accountability for Corruption Act. Doing so will also give Nigeria greater confidence that the lawmakers can use their constitutional oversee function to address corruption in Nigeria. The Folds request read in part: we urge you to sponsor a resolution to stop lawmakers from directly getting involved in executing of projects by the ministries, departments, agencies to ensure the proper and effective exercise of overseeing functions, including investigation of corruption allegations such as those involved in the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, and Nigeria Society Insurance Trust Fund. We also urge you to urgently use the opportunity of the ongoing public hearing and corruption probe to influence Nigeria anti-corruption agencies, including by the immediate amendment section 52 of the Independent Corruption Practice and Other Related Officials Act on Independence Counsel for Corruption. Section 32 requests the Chief Justice of Nigeria Section 52 requests the Chief Justice of Nigeria to authorize an independent counsel to investigate any allegation of corruption against high-level officials, public officers, and to report his or her finding to the National Assembly for appropriate House of Assembly. The proposed amendment should indicate additional requests beyond mere reporting to lawmakers that will allow the independent counsel to use the findings of any investigation as a basis to pursue effective prosecution of corruption cases without any authorization by the execution of the National Assembly. Serap notes that both the Senate and House of Representatives have over the years conducted several public hearings and corruption probes to expose problems of corruption in agencies. Serap is concerned about the systematic widespread corruption allegation in MDs and among hierarchy public officers and the negativity impact on the social economic development as well as access of Nigerians to public good and services including quality education, adequate health care, clean water and regular electricity supply. We will be grateful if the request information is provided to us within 7 days of the recipient and the publication of the forward request. If we have not heard from you by then, the registered trustee of Syrup shall take all the appropriate legal action under the Freedom of Information Act of the African Chapter of Human and Person Rights to compel you to comply with our request. The exercise of overseeing functions and problems of the National Assembly to conduct public hearing and corrupt probes in MDs shall be regarded as a public trust in general, including by publishing widely and reports of all corruption-related public hearings since 1999. There is legitimate public interest in the publication of reports of this public hearing and probe. The public hearing and probe can only serve as effective mechanism to combat corruption if their reports are widely published. Well, my people, so Syrup is calling on Gbajebiamila and Lawan, Senate presidents, to do the needful. Nigeria, we have constitution and we have good things to govern and to make sure that things are done decently and in order. But guess what? Some principals will not want things to be done so as to cover and to shade off their dirty acts and what they do. They don't want to follow the law. What do you think makes it look like overseas, advanced countries that things are going well? It's not because they don't have the tendency to be corrupt. No, it's because they follow the rule, they follow the books. There is accountability. There is a body. For instance, do you know the Senate and the House of Representatives are not mandated to grant any of Buhari's loan requests? They are supposed to look into it and see if it is profitable for the nation and why it is being requested for. These are some of the things that are in place that should work in a democratic setting. But guess what? Some people in government will not want to see that this come to light. Why? If it comes to light, business don't spoil. Simple. Put it simple. Just make it simple. That's what it is. Anyway, my people, what do you think? This is what is happening in our country. Don't forget, we are here to keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. We don't want our country to be destroyed. And so, therefore, we are all speaking out. We are all making sure that everyone who does not want this country to see the light of day, we will expose them so that other nations of the world can know what is going on in Nigeria. And truly and really, we can get help from every quarter. Because of this coronavirus, a lot of, international eyes have not been in the country with relation to what has been going on recently. Look at NDDC, for crying out loud. Did you see the news today? Even one of the ministers said that money, the hundred of billions that is missing, is just a pocket money. speak. And I mean, he's not saying it. I mean, that is true. That is really what is going on. It's just pocket money for some people. Why there are children who went to bed last night without food in their tummy. This is the country that we are in. Anyway, what do you think? Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Bye for now.